Good morning, everybody, or whatever time it is that you are watching this. This is another video, and welcome to our channel if you are new. And to those who have subscribed, thank you for being loyal subscribers and viewers. Today, we're going to try to get on at least partial of the sink and the cabinet area because we can't really do the other section yet until we get that, because we bought a induction stove. And we're waiting for that to come in. So we can't finish the one section of the countertop, but we could at least finish the sink up. We're going to stain it and we're going to polyurethane it. So we're going to get that done and then we're going to plumb it and that's going to be good to go. So right now, what we got to do is we just clean that off. I'm going to pull that top off right there. We're going to put the counters there and then I got to get a piece of 2x4 so I can mount them together. And then we're going to bring them outside and start the staining process. Let's do it. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna go grab these two countertops, set them here. I do have to, I'm gonna get my tool out and I'm gonna cut a nice little square out in here for the valves because I gotta still connect those. But I'm gonna put the two countertops up here and I am gonna get that little piece of 2x4. And then I'm mounting it under, get them up to the side. So this will be just about done. And then we gotta get to this side, but that's after we get that induction stovetop. And I wish we did go and get gas, but unfortunately, the induction was the way that we had to go because actually it's not going to be terrible because we've been using the electric skillet and that thing's pushing about 1700 watts and we have been doing okay on power. So let me get these countertops put on real quick. All right, so that's one of them. What happened?
Oh, I feel like doing it again. Are you recording?
Yeah.
I got my brush.
Oh, nice. Look at you. All right, so countertop. This one's on. It's a little dusty. All right, this one's got a little bit of grease on it because that tool that I use likes to spray grease everywhere. So I'm going to have to get that off. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the stain at all, but we will find out once we get to this. But I gotta wipe this grease off because that's no good. That tool, it's a new tool, so it's very greasy and it's been splattering all over the, when I'm cutting this, the shiplap, it's been getting on the shiplap and everything, but should be okay. All right, so that's that. I gotta scoot this all the way over. And that's where that's gonna live. And then this one is just going to be like so. All right there looks pretty good. That's butted up with each other. Everything's looking good. Now I just need to get 2x4s under here, get that all mounted up nicely, and yeah, and then we get to staining. That's, I think, one of the fun parts.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to do that.
Yeah, Jessica's gonna do that. We've got some gloves for her, so she ain't staining herself. But I think it's gonna come out pretty good. We're gonna give this a good try. I gotta go grab some 2x4 pieces real quick, and then I'm just gonna start putting them in. So they're gonna be roughly like that. These are gonna be our pieces, and these are gonna be underneath, and that's just to hold it together. I need my impact and some screws. Alright, let's get it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the counters. Or maybe I could just get it from right here, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna set these first, just to make it a little easier. Just like that, that's one. This will be the other. There we go.
You don't hold anything?
Let me make sure this is nice and butter. No, I think it's good.
Okay.
All right, you might have to push on the top right here because I'm gonna be pushing up with this.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get up in here, like so. All right, here we go. Yeah, that one side.
Okay.
That battery needs charged.
Oh.
That's why it's so slow. But it'll be alright.
Them overnight.
Alright, go ahead and, is that nice and buttered up?
Yeah, it is.
Alright, let's get this other one in. You ready?
Yep.
Longer than I think it's supposed to.
Where are the other charges at?
They're in that screw box, maybe. Yeah, grab one of those. Let's just plug this in. So we need to get this charging. This impact is taking entirely too long to screw in. That battery is also super cold. Last night it was like 20-something degrees. So yeah, these need charging. All right, let me go ahead and get this other one started. Now, like so. Uh-oh. There, here we go. It's probably gonna take a long time too. Faster. Alright. Now that that's done, it's time to just pull them off and get them stained. So let me take you guys outside where we will be staining. All right, guys, so this is the stain right there. We went with a really dark stain because the theme of the place that we're doing is all white with accents of black. So we went with this classic black stain, and it will match with all the like the sink and the faucet and the showers and all that stuff. So we're hoping that this comes out great. Let me pop this open for you. You ready?
Yeah. I'm taking the ring off. I don't want it to get on anything.
What?
I'm taking my ring off. I don't want it to get on.
Alright, this stuff is black. Alright, so she's got her rag. She's just going to dip the rag in and then just go over it. And you will see the process as we're going. I'm hoping that it's a good stain. We did pick it, and we are not entirely sure how this is going to come out, but we're hoping that it's good. Right?
Yeah, I have no idea. What do I do? Just dip it?
Just dip it and then give her a wipe down.
Ah, that is dark.
It is. But I think it's going to work very well with what we're doing.
Okay.
So,
How much
yeah.
do I go?
You could just do it just like that.
Do I go in circles or?
Yeah, you could just do it straight, circle,
Okay.
whatever. It's going to take quite a bit. So you can go ahead and dip. That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the way that that looks. Yeah, that looks great. We might have to do a few coats. That's why I got two. I got 2 cans because we might have to do 2 coats, maybe 3 or 4. We will see, because this thing is going to absorb quite a bit, this wood. But I think overall it's looking really great. I'm gonna put them on a time lapse. right, so quick little update. This is how it's turning out. It's still pretty light. We would like it just a little bit darker, but I think it's coming out really, really nice. So we're gonna let this coat, this is the 4th coat. We're gonna let this one fully dry and then maybe go over it again, maybe not, because I really like the way that this is looking. And if it, once it fully dries and we decide if we want another one or not, we're gonna go ahead and polyurethane it. But I think it's looking amazing.
Looks really good.
Yeah. Now we are letting the stain out there dry. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a nice little square into here and get these valves mounted. Finally. I gotta get my tool. The oscillating tool, and I'm just gonna cut a little square. Gotta make sure, because I can see where the valves are coming out. It's roughly about right here. Let's go for it. Oh, can you click on the switch for the pump?
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Yep. All right, here we go. Okay, I need to make it a little wider. Alright, it doesn't look the cleanest, but since there was already holes drilled, I guess it really doesn't matter. Now I got my cold line and I got my hot line. And as you can see, there's actually a little bit of ice in this pipe, which means that the pipes definitely froze up. Luckily there's no water in them. The pump was shut off and it's actually disconnected right now, but I guess there was still some water in the lines that did freeze up. Yeah, a little bit. So now I gotta just pull these out enough, get these valves connected, and we should be good to go. I do have some piping already on these valves, so it should shoot out in the right orientation. And I'm gonna get my clamps, my tools to clamp it, and I'm gonna go ahead and clamp these real quick. All right, here we go. So we do have to be extra mindful of these pipes. Like you guys were saying in the comments, I do understand that. That's why we made a shut off for the pump. And I'm hoping that just by turning off the pump and then draining the pressure from the lines, I'm hoping it does not split these lines. We will find out. Hopefully we find out that it's safe and it's not gonna erupt the pipes or whatnot, but we're gonna find out, hopefully not the hard way. So I'm gonna get my little clamps on.
Can you call me?
Oh yeah, I got them. That's fine. All right, red first. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. Hoping that I can get the tool up in here because it's pretty tucked up. That would be not good if I can't get that tool up in here to clamp it. And it's looking like I might not be able to, but I might. Yeah. If I pull it enough, it'll be okay. All right. Can you let me see my tool?
Yeah.
Or it's right here. Sorry. I got that. All right. There's this. All right. Let's go ahead and give it the 1-2.
Do you want me to pull?
That'd be good. Possibly. Can you come on this side and just give it a little pull back right there? Just hold it right there. Maybe a little more. Right there. All right, now it's clamped. That one's good to go. Now I just got to get this blue one in, and let's hope that it just goes smooth. This one looks like it might be a little cleaner, or easier to get to at least. Right there. You want to hold this pipe for me?
Yeah.
Just hold it right there like that. Let me get this on. All right, they're clamped.
Nice.
All right, pipes are clamped. Got access to them. Looking good. Gotta make sure these valves are shut off. Yeah, the valves are turned off. We're looking good. Now, the sink is ready to be plumbed up. And later on, we will be connecting the water heater. So, I got the fittings for them the other day. So they run a 1/2-inch PEX. I just got to put the Teflon tape on them and then tighten those up and then hook up the hot water lines, and we should be good to go to test the water. After I drill the hole for these going out, because we are going to put that drain in today, and I'm going to figure out, or we're going to test this out fully, see if the hot water works and everything. That's going to be a nice little treat, so we could at least use the sink. I don't know if some of you remember, but in the previous video, I did say that the sink is going to be drain off into a 55-gallon bucket, and that's going to be collection for rainwater, and it's going to be for watering plants, because we do plan on having a lot of trees here. So the sink water, the gray water, and we eventually are going to put a gutter on that side, and that's going to run into the 55-gallon bucket also, or barrel, and that's going to be all for just... coating is dried. It looks like there might be a little bit of a wet spot right there, but we're gonna go ahead and just put the last coat. This is gonna be the 5th coat, and then we're gonna let that dry fully, and then we're gonna get to polyurethane. So she's gonna go ahead and put a nice hefty coat, call this the last one, and it should be good.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, look at that. That's coming out real nice. I would lay it on nice and thick like that, just to get a little bit darker, and I think that this is going to be the final coat. And then we get to polyurethane. It looks really good.
I just don't like when it gets caught.
Yeah. But that's what it looks like, everybody. Yeah, the polyurethane is just going to seal it all up. We're going to get every single edge with the polyurethane, just so no moisture gets absorbed into this. And we are going to caulk around all the corners of the cabinets, or the countertop. So if moisture does get on there, it's not going to seep into the behind it.
How does that look?
That looks great. Is that all edges already?
No, I didn't do the edges.
Okay. And we're almost done, guys. And next step is polyurethane. Let's get to it. All right, so right now we're gonna go ahead and hook up the hot water lines to our water heater. But right now I got a Teflon, the threads, and then I gotta put on our little 1/2-inch adapters so we could hook up the hot water for good and call it a day. So it's gonna be a little difficult being down here, but I'm gonna have to do it. Someone's gotta do it. It's gonna be a little tricky because it's a tight space. I should just take the whole thing off, but I'm not. A little difficult, but I will get it. Should be good.
All right.
We'll
Good
try
job.
it. If it leaks, we'll just have to redo it. But I think that might be good enough. I still gotta fully mount this thing. That's the one.
You had to do it twice.
Yeah. You just do All right, guys, so it turns out we just read the bottle. It's going to take 24 hours, it says, to fully let this stain dry. So before we can add epoxy or anything, it's going to have to sit for the day and night. So we're just going to leave it out here sitting, and hopefully the wind doesn't blow it over or anything. We might bring it inside just to be sure, but looks like this is going to be put on pause. We also temporarily hooked up our water heater. We can't try it now because the sink is not going to be put together. And this is a mess. I got to buy more clamps so I could clean up this mess. But we were just going to try out the water heater first. But it looks like that's going to be put on hold also. And I have to go make another Home Depot order so we could put in some clamps so I can clean this up and everything. But yeah. I guess right now what we're going to do is put up another shiplap panel behind the couch, and we're going to start getting that mini split mounted. So let's get to that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by pulling this couch out. I got to add a 2x4 right here so we could mount both of the panels together. And then we're going to get the shiplap up like I was saying. We're going to put the bracket up for the mini split, and then we're going to drill a hole on the inside and the outside and at least get the hoses started. I'm not sure if we're going to fully connect it today, but we are going to get the hoses through the wall. And I still have to make a mount for the base, for the actual like condenser and all that outside. But we're just going to take it one step at a time and see if, well, not see if, but we are going to mount this panel up and get the bracket and drill the holes for the blower part of the mini split. So let's get to it. Right, Jessica?
Right, let's do it.
Let's do it. And we'll put you guys on a time lapse. All right, so this one I'm going to be measuring at 88. And it's a cold, windy day. Very cold, windy day. Can you get me cold? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right there in the box. You see it? All right, 88 inches. Get this put up, and then everything will be good. And then we can get the other sheet of shiplap, cut that down, and we should be ready to rock and roll. 88. Right there.
Right there. Right after the bar. On the bar.
Let's do the other side. Speed square. Let's go ahead and work this on. 88 on the dot. Right there. Let's get this bad boy cut. Very cold and chilly day. It's no fun. But gotta get work done. And this is what we're doing. So let's get it. Sure, it's smoking a lot, huh?
Yeah. Is it because of that insulation?
No, it's not even in yet. All right, guys, I got the actual unit down here. We got the stuff plumbed out or roughed out or whatever, stubbed. And we're gonna go ahead and connect this electrical wire. We're gonna get all these lines connected. probably not going to look the prettiest at first. I'm not sure if that's where it's going to live because I want to get it up higher off the ground. But for now, this is what's going to have to do just so we can test her out, and then we will clean her up later. But I'm going to get to putting these wires in, and we will be running an extension cord for now. And then I'm going to start hooking up all these hoses. These are pre-filled. The system is pre-filled, so it's supposed to be run a vacuum. So I'm going to have to run a vacuum before anything, and then we can release the Freon into the system. But I gotta get these wires connected and these hoses connected. We had a little leak. I tightened it up and the leak stopped. So I'm hoping that it's not gonna leak at all. But now I'm gonna put the batteries in and we're gonna give it a little test real quick. So got a couple of AAAs that it came with. And let's give it a try. It's all plugged in and ready to go. So let's try it. See the little flap moving? All right, let's try the heater. I don't know how to use this, but that's a fan. I don't know where a heater is. It is set up for Celsius, so I don't know how to change that. We're gonna have to figure this thing out because I don't know how to change it from Celsius to, what's it called?
Fahrenheit?
Yes, Fahrenheit. All right, that's eco mode. I don't really know how to use this thing. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to use the heater on this.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. We'll be back. All right, guys, we have it fully installed. It's set at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It is pushing some pretty warm air right now. Not as hot as I would like it to be, but we did just get it started. It shows right there, that little circly thingy, that the compressor is on. And yeah, it's blowing some nice warm air, but anyways, it's fully installed, fully mounted. So that is gonna be the end of our video. We hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see the rest of this build. We have plenty of videos.